Yesterday was the first day for you, for your realization of your real self. Having got released from your body self wrong beliefs, which got fractured out, and simultaneously your right belief of pure soul self having got set in, the two together happened by grace. You understand? And for the two to remain separate and yet two together, a line of demarcation was put that this is the real and with the all real qualities, and this is the relative and all relative qualities, which are temporary and perishable. Real, the permanent and imperishable, indestructible. Right? All of you? Right or not? But to be so realized in all the relative balance life stock, whatever we have got, mind, speech, body, assembly stock, we have to pass through the whole journey, relative life journey, sir. Right?
Right.
And to pass through that journey, we gave you 5 commands, 5 precepts, 5 sentences, simple. That Deepakananji explained to you, that you know. Then he told you at the end that night this experiment. I am pure soul, you slept, and right, no? And right in the morning, what happened? That body got awakened, and right spontaneously, I am pure soul, that was continuing. Right or not? Kelly, right or not? See, that is that point. Because while sleeping it was there, while getting awakened, it continued. And right throughout the sleep, it was there with you. You understand? And the sleep the body had a wonderful natural sleep. This is the result of realization. So, you are not to remember now that I am pure soul. It's on its own now. You are on your own. Sasai.
Right.
It won't have to occur to you that I am pure soul in any of the relativity. I am pure soul, it will remain with you. But by relative viewpoint, I am name bearer in all the relative life and living. That may not allow that easily to remain that I am pure soul, though within it will remain. but taste-wise it may not remain so. So for the taste-wise to remain so, simultaneously along with the relative living, so that relating living also happens, and you as a real pure soul also, you are on your real side, both two together. For that to happen, these 5 sentences were there, 2 viewpoints, relative viewpoint and real viewpoint. But to stay as per these 2 viewpoints, which are the basic, to pass through all the relative living, third precept, our command, that all mind, speech, body, assembly, world, and mind, speech, body, all world relations, with total inconnectivity, every way, within and without, are scientifically, circumstantially operated cosmic power relations. Right? So that we keep in our mind. That is not to be in the relative give and take relativities. In give and take relativities, what is there? Sambhavnikal. Sambhavnikal of what? Amicable settlement of give and take file accounts. File. A file is a business file. Business means a body given to business of give and take with all the interconnectivity relations in all the relativities from within and without, and whatever files are there, right from number 1, mind, speech, body, and closest and further on and everywhere. You deal with all the files, sticky, sticker, stickiest, mild, milder, mildest, whatever. You have to deal with them. For sticky files, they may linger on, so they may repeat, and yet you will have to be more careful about them, right? Because their happening will be again and again, it will come, repetitions will be there. But those repetitions are not of the same phase which already got repeated, passed out. Phases will differ. Just like the layers of a big onion, and you peel out various layers, and the moment you peel out one layer, the other layer also appears same like that. You peel out another layer, peel out another layer. So many layers are there till everything is peeled out. It's like that for sticky files, sticky relations. Okay? But they are very few. They are very few. But you have to take care of them. And automatically pure soul account, real account book is taken care of. But in the relative life, we have to be with special care of our special pure soul account, right? With that living. So that in all the relative living, without believing them to be real, we take it as relative for settling down the amicable way. You understand? So that by real viewpoint of pure soul, by vision, a pure soul account gets credited, sir. Easily. So that care has to be there. Now, relative mind, speech, body, kite. Kite, you know. Kite. You don't know? You know, USA they do. Yeah. Yes. Right? So that the mind, speech, body is kite. You understand? Kite of human shape. And pure soul, vision of knowing power and seeing power are the divine strings that are, and with the use of those Sir, Kanya. Sir.
Kanya Mother, Kanya. Kanya.
Gnata just Kanya. Kanya Baruch, it has to be properly, right or not? You cannot tie it at one place and just two place, then common, then see, right? You have not experienced that. Go and in California once, on the ground. You must have tried. All of you must have tried kite flying. So this mind, speech, body verily is the kite. But not knowing who am I, the kite was without string, and from life after life it was wandering here and there. Now that kite is with the string of pure soul, vision, knowing power and seeing power, and it is being well taken care of. You understand? By real viewpoint, in all relativities. Wonderful. You follow? So, there, these 5 sentences will help you a lot. By relative viewpoint, I am forest, that in your relativity, give and take account, it will be there. I am forest, of course you will speak, but you will understand that I am relating, but you are not to tell anybody like that. But what is subject to relativity is not the subject of inner belief. You won't believe it. And what is your inner belief? That I am pure soul now, which is well set, and it is a perpetually set now, right belief, that will not come out in any verbal interaction outside. It cannot come out. Do you understand? It remains inside. You understand? So any relativity, what is outside, has nothing to do in inside. And what is inside our pure soul vision state is inside only. Outside it will operate as that string of the kite. Yes, sir? String of the kite. Simple. Connects you with the string of the kite. There is no doership in that. Mind you, only knowing and seeing. A knower and seer can never ever be a doer. And a doer can never ever be a knower and seer. Do you understand? The two are together, yet by their very qualities are different totally. Doer and knower. Doer is a known entity, and knower is the knower of the entity that gets known in this knowing function, that gets reflected in the light, divine light, knowing light. Do all of you understand? This is how it is. Sir Sahib, આ માસ્ટરકી આપી દો. બહાર જે વ્યવહારમાં બોલવાનું છે તે અંદર માનવાનું નથી, અને અંદર જે માનવાનું છે તે બહાર વ્યવહારમાં બોલવાનું નથી. સમજાઈ દો. This is my vernacular language, but they will have to be told.
What you believe is not to be spoken out outside.
In relative,
in the relative world.
Give and take activities.
And what you say or do outside has not to be believed within.
Inside. Just like what you act on the stage has to be on the stage only. It has not to be so to be taken to your house and home. On the stage, it happens. Your role of a emperor or a king, and there is a queen with you, but that is on the stage. That queen cannot come with you to your home. You understand? If it comes with you at home, what will happen? Forest? Huh?
What will happen? What will happen if the queen will come back?
You are married on the stage.
Came with your home, then what will be the outcome?
Kelly, come on, you tell Forest. You don't follow. You don't follow. What you act on the stage has not to be brought in your house or home. Understand? So pure soul is our real abode.
If it comes with you, then what will happen?
Conflict, quarrel, fire. Huh?
It is.
What?
Problem.
Problem. A great problem. Problem. That is how it is. So, in the pure soul realm abode, nothing, no relativity, no real relative can be there. And or any of the relative activity, the pure soul will be together, but it will be purely knowing and seeing, not in any of the activity. You understand? As it is. It is a function of knowing and seeing. It is not passive. It is fully active. Understand? So, all relative life, relative living also is relatively active. Likewise, but in a different sense, real is also passively active in its own qualities. That is to say, in the aspects of relative aphases, real pure soul knowing, seeing power is not active, that is inactive, passive. And in the knowing, seeing function of whatever happens, it's fully active. Do you follow now? You, all of you. So that's simple. ચાલો સ્નેહભાઈ પતાવી દો તમારું. Nilesh, now your turn.
નિધિધ્યાસન માટે બધાને આપવાના છે.
Oh. Was it?
Oh, everyone will read.
This will serve good purpose for all of you? Or no? Will do. So that you can focus on this to make me present wherever you desire, and I have to be present from wherever I am, so long as the body, yes, it will be, I am duty bound. Because I have released you totally, and I am bound by your through these two eyes, from our inner divine vision, through the third eye, opening out all the real powers of knowing and seeing power of pure soul in all the relativity, in full knowing and seeing power, in such a way that in the relative life, your eyes reflect the divine qualities of sunlight and moonlight in both the eyes. One eye sunlight, other eye moonlight. Moonlight, you know how it is, and sunlight how it is, both like that. Do you understand? Moonlight is vision light. Sunlight is knowledge light, knowing power. Moonlight is vision power. So by vision power, through the vision power, in all viewability of all the views of the relative life and living, from within and without, from subtlest to the grossest, in all mind, speech and body circumstances, your moonlight viewing power will go on developing, which will result in the knowing power to get fully developed. Do you understand? And when that sun power gets developed, it is already with the moon power together. And when the two together, then your mind, speech, body wise, inner, all the living becomes natural. Sasa. Natural. So, as and when, by this, living out 5 commands, 5 precepts wise relative life, mind, speech, body gets to naturality, and you as pure soul is already in its quality, is in its own nature. But mind, speech, body is not in nature, though it is subject to natural operation. Because of our past mistakes, now, because it has resulted into unnaturalities, that gets removed, gets out through the 4th command. You understand? And keeping in mind the 3rd command. And 2 viewpoints get more and more clearer. And pure soul account gets credited, and your powers open out. Right? Jai Satchidanand. Now we bless you. The way we have got on this hand, this is protection for you in all your relative life and living. It's not permanent, but this is, we are giving you on this day. Yesterday was your very auspicious day. You were get born, never to die. You got born, never to get die. Your birth as pure soul has no end. It is perpetual. You know, you understand. Therefore, in the booklet that is given to you, or right on the first page, it is written there in the English. This self-realization day and date, you put down, note it. And every year you celebrate that. You see? Our physical birth we celebrate, that is Sukh, that is perishable. But this is most important, very important. Okay? And this we bless, and this will be given to each one of you. This is called protective, our power in this. Just like this. You can tie it on the right hand. Konapu. Arshad Bhai. Oh, yeah. Anything further? No, yes. Let us go for it.
Organization started last Guru Purnima. Everyone has put in their efforts to make this possible. And it's been a great weekend. It's been a divine weekend. We have been graced with the presence of Param Puja Shri Kanudadaji, Satsang Sati, Chiesha Sahib, Manharga, and not one but two but four afterputters. So it's been a great occasion, and and I hope you all had a self-realizing time. In order to present our vision for the future, we have a small presentation set up. Jai Satchidanand, everyone. I feel, first of all, I just feel incredibly blessed to be here, to be with all these Mahatmas, young or older. And prior to having joined the JSS youth and becoming involved, I got married about 3 years ago, and I started drifting. I saw myself drifting into the relative world, not coming to satsangs as regularly as I do now, and I just didn't have that connection in my day-to-day life before I got involved with JSS Youth. And I'm fortunate enough to have so many Mahatmas around me, yet I still wasn't taking advantage of it by attending satsangs, by meeting them, and now I feel like I have a sense of there's a place for me, and I'm excited. I want to contribute. I want to see our family grow, and I just can't wait. Thank you. Next we'll have Jimmy.
Jai Satchidanand, everyone. My name is Shibir. I'm from Chicago. I serve in the communication committee. After graduating from college, I had a lot of time that I didn't know what to dedicate it. But when I heard about JSSU, I was really excited about the blog and Shibir and everything. But when I got here, before I got here, I was working, and I asked for a vacation time for this weekend to attend JSS Shibir, but my boss didn't approve the vacation time. So I was praying Dada, and I was praying Dada that please do something that I can attend the JSS Shibir, and I made a nisha inside me. After a week or so, I got an offer for a new job. So I accepted that, and that opened up the door for me to come here. And that I learned that making a strong nisha, it does fulfill. And we have Sakti, Bhagwan, everyone helps you to get there. I hope you can learn this from Dadaji's lesson. Thank you.
And lastly, we have Avni.
I think I'm the only one here with a speech. Okay, Jai Satchidanand. Last year in June of 2007, it was my 10-year anniversary to have taken Gnani with Kanudadaji. 10 years, that's a long time. But I still noticed that Avni was nowhere close to where she wanted to be, nowhere close to progressing the way she wanted to progress. She was still entangled in file number 1 and her ego and her sticky karmas. As I was assessing my inner progress last year, I realized that I needed to get closer in touch with other Mahatmas, with Satsangs, with Dadaji, and with the practice of the 5 Ajnas in my daily life. I had a strong vow to connect myself closer to other Mahatmas, and that's when the opportunity to serve on the JSS Youth came to my plate. When I used to come to Guru Purnima as a little girl, I noticed that in order to keep in touch, I would have pen pals. I still remember writing letters to Sapna here, Sabrina in California. But now that we have the JSS Youth, it's becoming so much easier to connect to everyone. We have the blog, we have this Shibir, we have phone conferencing with satsangs with Aptaputras. You can send emails and get responses right away. And that is incredible. It's just amazing to me how far we've moved along. The value of having Mahatmas in your company, I think you realize that most when you go astray from the path and you are fighting to come back and you realize how much you're missing, and when you come back and you realize there's so much Gnan within you, even if you've taken Gnan from so long ago, it's still opening up every single day as you apply it, as you practice it. Also, all throughout my schooling, I've always been really active in organizations. But when I joined the JSS Youth, I realized how richer I was becoming in thinking in terms of Gnan. It's as if like you invest a small fraction, but you receive a fortune. Serving alongside the JSS Youth members, Aptaputras, Harshankal, and the other board members is definitely a blessing. It's keeping me so much more alert in the application of my 5 Agnas. I've experienced how the sticky files and events in Avni's life are merely a projection of her internal faults. And through this, I'm constantly alerted to accept nature and whatever it brings my way. Even as I stand here before you, I remember a quote Deepakananji said in Satsang yesterday, that this speech that Avni is giving to you right now is an open manifestation of her ego. And I am Shibir. Jai Sachidanand.